We're living in a different time.
Yeah.
How important it is for all and for them to feel a part of something bigger.
Salma Hayek, the queen of beauty, talent, and a Hollywood icon. Although she shines brightly on screen and has become an inspiration for millions of fans, behind that glittering facade, she has also faced terrible experiences from the men she once trusted. The hurt, the racism, and the manipulative actions of famous stars have not only disrupted Salma's career but also left deep psychological scars that she can never forget. Have you ever wondered what twisted actions made Salma speak out against names like Harvey Weinstein or Donald Trump? Although never publicly disclosed, this list has circulated within the Hollywood community and is drawing significant attention on social media. Let's discover the men that, at 58, Salma Hayek hates the most and why they can never share the stage with her. Stay tuned because in just 30 seconds, you'll hear the first name on the list. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to follow stories that have never been revealed.
Actually, he writes in his book that when he was in first grade.
The first name on this list is one that no one in the film industry can forget, Harvey Weinstein, a figure that is inseparable from the dark side of Hollywood. I vividly remember every moment when I entered the world of Frida, 2002, as the film was starting to take shape. But what no one knew was that behind the spotlight, I had to face one of the most painful challenges of my career. Weinstein, who had the power to decide everything, demanded that I perform a sex scene with another actress. If I refused, he threatened to cancel the project. I felt not only manipulated but ruthlessly violated, not just in my work, but in my own dignity. And it didn't stop there. Weinstein even called me to berate me about my appearance in the film. "You're not pretty enough to be the lead," he said. Those words not only hurt me deeply but also put me under unimaginable pressure to protect my career and my ego against a man like that. But I couldn't stay silent. I spoke out about this publicly, because no one else but me could put an end to such manipulation and abuse of power. Hollywood couldn't stay in the dark forever, and I wasn't going to let them do that to me anymore. After Harvey Weinstein, another controversial figure also left an unforgettable mark on my life, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, a man full of power and arrogance, sought to take control not only of my body but also my self-respect. In 2001, while I was in a serious relationship, he relentlessly pursued me. When I refused, he spread rumors that I was too short to date him, a rude and disrespectful act. Not only did he invade my personal space, but he also attacked me with lies, making me feel insulted and damaging my reputation. His words not only reflected the disdain he had for me, but also served as proof of how power can harm others out of mere ego. Despite his power, Trump had no respect for other people's boundaries. I spoke out not just for myself but also for other women, those who couldn't speak up against men like Trump. I realized that silence would only enable abuse, and I would not let him do that to me or anyone else again. Another name that must be mentioned is Warren Beatty, who made me face a situation just as uncomfortable. Warren Beatty, a legend in the film industry, was someone I never expected to disappoint me like this. Throughout my career, I have always valued professionalism and respect from my colleagues, but with Warren, everything was completely different. During the 2017 Oscars ceremony, when he announced the wrong film as the winner for Best Picture, the entire night was turned upside down. That moment is still deeply etched in my mind. It wasn't just the mistake, but Warren's irresponsible attitude made everything worse. He didn't take responsibility but instead blamed others and created even more chaos. I was there, and I clearly remember the backstage scene. People were running around, trying to fix the mistake, but there was one thing that couldn't be fixed: Warren's lack of respect and his confusion. He didn't just hurt himself but also harmed everyone present, including me. In that moment, I realized that someone with influence and power like Warren could still behave unprofessionally and disrespectfully toward colleagues. The fourth person is Antonio Banderas, another name that is no less controversial. Antonio Banderas and I created a perfect on-screen couple in Desperado, 1995, but what no one knew was that behind that chemistry was an unforgettable memory. The intimate scene between us wasn't in the original script, but after the producers noticed the strong interaction between us, they decided to add an unexpected love scene. I shared that this scene made me uncomfortable, as I was worried about my family's reaction and felt pressured to participate in a scene I wasn't mentally prepared for. I felt out of control in a job where I should have had the right to decide. Although this career is full of challenges, being forced into this situation made me feel like I wasn't myself anymore. Still, I stood my ground and was determined to protect my dignity. Next is Tommy Lee, another person I can't overlook. Tommy Lee, the famous drummer of Motley Crue, is someone I can never forget. I clearly remember meeting him for the first time in 1998 at a concert in Los Angeles. At first, I thought it would be a normal event, but his attitude made me feel very uncomfortable right from the start. He looked at me in a way that felt disturbing, as if I were just a toy for him to grab attention. Throughout the event, he approached me and said bluntly, "You're not the only one here, but I'll make you pay attention to me." His rude words and gestures, like patting my shoulder and laughing loudly, only made me feel disrespected. Tommy continued to act inappropriately, pulling me into an unwanted conversation with crude jokes. When I tried to walk away, he blocked my path and said, "You're not in a hurry, I just want to be friends with you." That made me feel violated. The feeling of being violated is something I can never forgive, and after this event, I decided not to attend any gatherings where he would be present. So now you know about the 5 men Salma Hayek hates the most, but what's really behind each of these relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know how you feel about her experiences. What about the next 5 people on the list? Did they truly make Salma speak out? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next dramatic stories about the people on Salma's list. The 6th man on the list of the people Salma Hayek hates the most is Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, the star of famous comedy and action films, is someone Salma had to face in the movie Rated X, 2000. Although they worked together on a project, Sheen's lack of professionalism and disrespectful attitude throughout the process made Salma feel extremely uncomfortable. Salma recalls a time when she suggested an idea for an important scene, and Sheen interrupted her, saying coldly, "You don't know anything about making movies." This remark not only hurt Salma but also made her feel belittled, despite her significant contributions to the project. Sheen's actions and words made her realize that no matter how talented he was, disrespect was something she couldn't accept. In the end, Salma decided never to be part of any project involving Charlie Sheen again. For her, work and respect must always go hand in hand, and she would never sacrifice her dignity to please someone who lacks respect. The 7th man on the list of people Salma Hayek hates the most is Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme, the action star known for his impressive martial arts moves, is someone Salma Hayek never wanted to work with again after their experience on the movie Time Cop, 1994. Although they had the opportunity to collaborate on a major project, their partnership quickly became strained due to Van Damme's cold and disrespectful attitude. Salma recalls that throughout the filming, Van Damme was not only indifferent but also often dismissed her opinions. He made decisions on his own without consulting his colleagues, making Salma feel excluded and undervalued. His attitude throughout the process made her feel like she was just a side character, not respected in her own work. With such rude and disrespectful behavior from a famous star, Salma decided never to participate in any project involving Jean-Claude Van Damme again. She could not accept a working environment where disrespect was unforgivable. The 8th man on the list is Brad Pitt, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, but the collaboration between him and Salma was not always smooth. In 2001, when they worked together on the film Spy Game, Salma felt disrespected and dissatisfied with his attitude. Although both were big names, their working relationship was never ideal. Salma recalls that Brad often didn't listen to her opinions and showed impatience with her contributions during the scenes, making her feel disrespected. Though there was no major incident, this attitude led her to decide not to continue working with him. She realized that respect is essential in work, and those who lack respect have no place in her career. The 9th man is Val Kilmer, a big Hollywood star, who made Salma unable to forget the uncomfortable experiences she had while working with him on The Saint, 1997. Although they had scenes together, Val's attitude made Salma feel disrespected. Salma shared that Val always made decisions without consulting her, making her feel unimportant. In creative meetings, he always did things his way, disregarding others' contributions. This attitude made Salma feel like a secondary part of her own work. After that experience, she decided never to be involved in any project with Val Kilmer again. And finally, the 10th man on the list of the people Salma Hayek hates the most is Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, a famous Hollywood star, is someone Salma never wanted to collaborate with again after the terrible experiences she had on the movie Phantom, 2003. Although both were big stars with the opportunity to work together, Ben's attitude during the filming left Salma deeply disappointed. Salma recalls that during one scene, Ben directly told her, "You're not attractive enough to make me care. We're just co-stars, don't think I need to respect you any more than that." These words made Salma feel hurt and disrespected. Not only was there a lack of collaboration, but Ben also acted coldly and refused to listen to her opinions in creative meetings. She felt as though she was just a shadow on her own set. The feeling of being insulted and disrespected led Salma to decide that she would never participate in any project involving Ben Affleck again. A powerful man like Ben, who can't respect those around him, I can't continue working with someone like that. So what about you? What do you think of the men on Salma Hayek's list? Did any of them make you feel as angry as Salma? Leave your thoughts in the comments below the video and share your stories with us. Don't forget to like this video if you think these stories deserve to be known, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any shocking truths about Hollywood stars. Hit the notification bell to always stay updated on stories that have never been revealed. Her story is not just a lesson in strength, but also a reminder to all of us about the power of respect and dignity in both work and life. Stay tuned as we continue to explore more untold stories from behind the spotlight of Hollywood. Thank you for watching the video. See you again in the next stories. Can you imagine a girl with signature black hair, eccentric looks, but has captivated millions of hearts for many years? That is Polly Parrott, the dark goddess Abby Ciuto of NCIS. But behind the heavy makeup and mischievous smile is a fierce journey, full of pain, courage, and unbelievable surprises. From a poor childhood to TV star, from the small screen to major charity campaigns, Parrott has never stopped fighting. Parrott's journey is a wonderful story of personal growth and continuous success, creating a rich picture of one of the most interesting stars in Hollywood. Don't forget to like and sub if you are also excited to watch the real-life version of NCIS. Born on March 27, 1969 in New Orleans, Louisiana, Polly Parrott grew up in a constant storm of moving through the southern states of Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, before settling down in California. Each move was a tear in her childhood, but also a time when Polly's world expanded a little more. From an early age, she nurtured a daring dream, either to become an FBI agent or a rock star. A soul that was both serious and rebellious, which later became her distinct brand. After graduating from high school, Parrott threw herself into the criminal justice field with all her enthusiasm, from Valdosta to New York. But before her dream could take shape, her life took a turn. In the middle of her nights as a bartender to make a living, she unexpectedly caught the eye of a commercial director. An invitation to audition, and it all began. Hollywood was calling her name. Polly Parrott began her acting career like many Hollywood dreamers, with small roles that passed through the screen, but left a lasting impression. A waitressing gig on Frasier, an appearance in the first season of 24, was enough to keep viewers curious, and casting directors in mind. Her real breakthrough came when she was cast in the second season of Special Unit 2, a minor role, but one that would catapult her into the spotlight. And then in 2003, fate knocked. Polly auditioned for the role of Abby Ciuto on NCIS, a goth forensic scientist with a taste for caffeinated sodas and an IQ that would make the entire lab respect her. Donald P. Bellisario wanted a genius freak, and Polly was exactly what he expected. After just a few episodes, Abby was more than just a character, she was an icon. And Polly, from a strange face, became an indispensable name on the small screen. Despite her success on NCIS, her successful career has not been without its challenges. While she has achieved fame and financial stability with a salary of $200,000 per episode, the work environment has not always been smooth. In 2018, Polly abruptly left the show after 15 years. The official reason given was to pursue new opportunities, but the reality was much more complicated. Polly has hinted at serious difficulties through cryptic tweets, suggesting that she was in danger and harassed on set. One of the most troubling incidents was a confrontation with Mark Harmon, the show's lead actor. In 2016, Harmon brought his dog onto the set, which resulted in the dog biting a crew member, causing serious injuries that required 15 stitches. Polly expressed displeasure with the dog's presence and safety concerns, leading to tension with Harmon. According to Polly, the tension escalated to the point where she was physically attacked by Harmon during an on-set altercation. Polly has recounted the fear and nightmares associated with the incident in her tweets. Details of the altercation and its aftermath remain unclear, as Harmon and the NCIS production team have remained tight-lipped. Polly's mysterious passing has left fans both shocked and confused. Not only famous for her role as the strong and intelligent Abby Ciuto in NCIS, Polly Parrott in real life is also a woman who has walked through the darkest chapters of her life and survived. But unlike in the movies, in real life, there is no script, no director. It is just her and her real nightmares. In 2015, while walking her dog in the heart of Los Angeles, Polly was suddenly attacked by a homeless man with mental illness. He threatened to kill her. In the moment of near death, fear and survival instinct collided violently. She survived, but the mental trauma is not easy to fade. Polly calls it the most terrifying experience of her life. But instead of retreating, she moved forward. Turning pain into action, Polly embarked on the fight against domestic violence, stalking and calling for attention to mental health problems she had suffered in silence. Before that, her hellish marriage to musician Coyote Shivers also caused her physical and mental abuse. Despite divorcing in 2004 and being granted a restraining order, Shivers continued to harass her until she was imprisoned in 2012. From victim to voice. From trauma to motivation. Polly Parrott is not just an actress, she is a living symbol of resilience, daring to stand up and fight for those who cannot defend themselves. After leaving NCIS, Polly Parrott announced her retirement to focus on her personal life and advocacy work. However, she returned to television in 2019 with a starring role in the CBS sitcom Broke, marking her transition to comedy. Despite high expectations, the show was cancelled after just one season due to low ratings. After Broke ended, Polly confirmed her desire to retire from acting, feeling relieved to be away from the pressures of Hollywood. She has turned her attention to charity work, particularly supporting families affected by COVID-19. Despite her ordeal, Polly remains beloved in the entertainment industry for her role as Abby Ciuto and her philanthropic work. She now lives in Los Angeles, enjoying peace and continuing to advocate for causes she believes in. Polly Parrott is an icon of the contrast between on-screen and off. On-screen, she rose to fame as Abby Ciuto, a quirky and lovable character on the series NCIS, who became a role model for many young women interested in science and forensics. However, off-screen, Polly has endured many challenges, from abusive relationships to public attacks. Despite these hardships, she has emerged as a strong and resilient role model. Polly's decision to retire from acting reflects her desire to prioritize her health and use her platform to make a positive impact. Polly's legacy lies not only in the impressive roles she has played, but also in the strength and perseverance she has shown in overcoming adversity and advocating for good causes. Despite leaving the Hollywood spotlight, Polly Parrott's story continues to inspire. It reminds us that true success is not just about fame or fortune, but the positive impact we can make in the lives of others. Polly has touched many lives through her work and social efforts, and her story continues to grow. Thank you for following the inspiring story of Polly Parrott, a woman who overcame darkness to become a light for millions. If you find her journey as dramatic and admirable as a real-life NCIS episode, don't hesitate to like, to support and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next exciting Hollywood stories. Who knows, the next character might surprise you even more.